Clark back again for another one of McGee's Mad Monday clips. Thanks for joining in. You might say, what am I mad about this time? Righto, pretty much the same. Some of the comments I hear coming through there on social media that I'm seeing written, some of the conversations I've had, the things that have been said back from other people. A lot of people think the ridge is finished and the ballot is finished and McGee's all washed up. Well, dream on, people. There's a lot of people out there would love that to be true. And let's get to the bottom of why that is. And if I could say that there's some hunters out there, there's some people who call them hunters, are some of the, let's put it, no other way to put it, some of the dumbest people that I have ever met. 99% of hunters that I've met, men and women that go out hunting, are the best people I have ever met. Let's put it that way. Love you guys and gals. Right there, I've dedicated the majority of my life to recreational hunters in this country. You know that. Some people will just want us to be finished. Now, righto, here I am now. I'm on the freehold country of landowners here in the Brisbane Valley of Queensland. We're just about to start our control operation on the deer herds on this property and other properties for the season. I see it as a privilege. I see it as an absolute privilege to be allowed to be trusted onto country of landowners. An absolute privilege. There's a lot of people out there that see it as their right. That's all, it's our right. Those deer belong to us. That's our right to go. If I don't get permission, I'll poach them, right? So it would be our right then to go in your backyard and have a swim in your swimming pool or shoot your cat. A lot of people are hypocrites, absolute bloody hypocrites. It's not do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. It's, you know, do unto others then split, you know. Right, our ballot for the 2023 season has had to be cancelled, right? Why? I'll explain that more and more detail as I go along. Why? Simply put, there's a lot of hunters out there that say, look, we've got $20 million public liability, we're right, and they're going to landowners saying, we've got liability insurance, we've got public liability, rah, rah, rah. Okay, that covers you, the hunter, what you might do to the landowner. Landowners, there's not one landowner I've found yet that has got hunting insurance that will cover recreational hunting in Queensland. Not a single one has shown me a policy yet that will cover recreational hunting. Okay, so if they put you on their country as a recreational hunter and something happens, they are exposed. No other way of putting it, all right? I say to people, prove me wrong. Show me a policy. Show me a company that will put one forward, and I'll recommend that to every landowner that I know to say, hey, upgrade this because you're exposed, upgrade it if you're going to let hunters on. If we accept the stag roaring right there now, beautiful. If we accept the rhetoric that's been pushed by Biosecurity and Invasive Species Council and government, we're accepting that the deer are a filthy pest, there's no value in them, and we've got to control their numbers or get rid of them, right? Hunters, if you accept that, you're no longer a hunter, okay? You've accepted the bait, you are caught, you are trapped. They've got you in that pest control mentality, you're gone. Okay, I can be a pest controller because that's what I do. I kill dogs, deer, pigs. I don't need to explain myself. I do that, I invoice people, I get paid for doing that. The landowners on whose country that we run the ballot, if we don't have ballot hunters in here shooting the deer, we have to still control those numbers. So do I go out there myself and just kill these deer and put them in a pit? No, I'm not going to do that. Not yet anyway. If we're forced into it, we'll put a chopper across here and we'll get numbers down quickly. Right? What we're doing this year, what I've had to do is draw from the ranks of the people that we know that's in our Glenfiddich system, pull from those ranks the people with experience, with expertise, to assist me to reduce numbers this year. Okay, we can't run a ballot, but we can run a control operation. My warning to everybody out there is don't go down that track. If you allow yourself to go down that track, I don't think there's any coming back. Hunting disappears, okay? If you want to teach your kids how to hunt and how to do things like that, we must retain the hunting ethic, the hunting morality, the hunting methodology. So it's just a warning. No, we're not finished. We're operating. I've got every property operating here now. We've got hunters that will be coming in. They will be now my assistants. They will be assisting me with pest control operations. As much as I hate to use that word, that is what government have declared all our deer species as. Okay, until we can find a way through this, we have to play their game. But what I'll try and do is put clips up here showing you just how hypocritical they are, how unsafe some of their practices are that they're promoting, and how there are better ways of doing it, and that is recognising and using the abilities of recreational hunters to get an outcome. We've got to tidy up the areas that are left exposed, and one of those is the landowners. If they feel exposed, what they will do is shut the gate. I can't say it any clearer, people. If the landowners feel that they're exposed, they'll shut the gate. And if anybody out there is thinking, okay, oh, it looks only a small risk, it's a ridiculous small risk, it's nothing to be worried about. I've never seen one bloke, rah, 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 I've never heard a hunter suing a landowner yet. This sort of rubbish. Okay, if you feel strongly about that, we will send you a guarantor's document. Okay, you can put your assets on the line, sign off on it, saying it's only a small risk, it'll never happen, so we don't have to worry about it, right? Put your assets on the line, so if a landowner does experience a court case and does end up facing a situation where they have to pay a few $100,000, $1 million or whatever, difference between what they can be insured for and what they're sued for. If that situation happens, great. You people that reckon the risk is that small, that it's not worth worrying about, put your assets on the line. Thank you very much. If we need it, we'll call on them. But like you said, you'll never need to do it, so it shouldn't be a worry. So that's my challenge to anybody that wants to mouth off and say the risk is small for the landowners. Great. Contact us. We'll send you a guarantor document. We'll get it signed up with the solicitors. You put your assets on the line to cover the landowners. Okay? Do I hear some crickets? Yeah. So what we've got to realise, we have to keep these landowners covered. We have to make sure they're not exposed. If they're happy and they respect us as hunters because we are right behind them, we've got their back, they will continue to go out of their way to allow us on their countries. Okay? Pretty simple. More when I get a chance, people. Well, let's get out in the bush here, see what's roaring. Let's get some cull stags out of the road. We won't shoot hinds yet because the hinds are still lactating. They've got fawns at foot, another month or so yet before we start taking hinds. Let's take our cull stags out of the herd and any old stags over, say, 9 or 10 year old. We'll do that for a start.